Hello guys, so in this video I want to show us how to cut the skirts in the picture I showed us above. So first you want to cut your pencil skirt like this, a full length pencil skirt. Now the next step for you to do will be to get a pattern paper and place the skirt under, you pin it together and then you trace out the side seam on the right hand side. Okay, yeah, so I'm just going to trace out with my scissors. Okay, because we want to make sure that the drape on top of the main skirt aligns with the side seam. So you trace it up like this. So once you do that, now the distance from where the dart is to this side seam, you measure it, okay, and use the same measurement on the lower part of the skirt, that is the hem of the skirt, and then you draw a straight line. But I don't want to draw a straight line so that we don't have too many lines, and then there's confusion. So but I just use my tracing wheel to draw the straight line. Okay, so once I trace it like this, the line is going to reflect on the paper under the main skirt, which is what we want to achieve. Then I'll also trace out the dots like that. Okay, so now I'll detach the main skirt from the paper, and then I will now cut out the path that I traced. Okay, yeah, so yeah, you can see that. So by the time I place it on top, everything rhymes with the skirt. Okay, so I just have a little bit of excess, there. Probably the paper shifted when I was tracing, so I just trace that excess out. Okay, so now we are going to work on the patterns separately. Okay, this is the dart on the traced piece. Okay, so now if you look at the skirt very well, it looks like a tulip skirt, like it's not a full skirt. So now you're going to draw the tulip pattern, and then the curve starts from somewhere between the hip line and the knee line, like midway. Okay, so if you want to, yours can go up, can come down, so then you just draw the style line of the tulip and then use the center of the skirt as a guide. So you draw the style line of the tulip like this. Okay, once you do this, then you cut out the unwanted parts. So after we're done doing this, the next thing is we're going to close our darts, because the skirt has a dart, but the dart is closed. Okay, so now I'll draw my slash lines first before I close the dart. Now if you look at the skirt properly, the slash line radiates from the waist all the way down to the lower part of the skirt. Okay, so wherever you draw your slash lines, so you draw the pleats will radiate up to. So you can see my slash lines. Okay, now I'm going to cut open. So before I do that, I will close my dart like that, and then use my sellotape to hold it down. Okay, so once you close your dart, it means that the skirt is fitted. It has a dart, but the dart is invincible. That's what it means. Okay, so I'm just closing up with my sellotape like this. Okay, now I can open my slash lines. So I'm just going to open the slash lines. Make sure you don't cut it through, just cut to the points there, and then if you don't cut it to the very tip, you won't be able to spread it. You'll be able to spread it very well. So I'm just opening like so. Okay, and then you're going to get another paper, and then you spread it on top. So for some people, they want to spread it directly on the fabric. It's fine, but like I always say, it's always good for you to finish the process on the paper, just in case of a mistake, or you want to use the pattern later, or you want to adjust something. It's just better. So now this is the other paper. You can see the way I've spread it. Then you don't need to spread it too wide, because when the pleat is too big, it won't sit properly on the body. So you join all the points together like this before you start to cut out point to point like that. Okay, so you can see how the pattern is looking very irregular. That's how slash and spread patterns always turn out to be. Okay, until you now pleat them back. So I'm just cutting out the unwanted part of my pattern like this, and then yeah, so as you can see that our dart is already closed. So by the time we cut it on our fabric, well, we don't need to start sewing any dart. Okay, so we're done with one side of the skirt, which is this side. Now coming to the second pattern of the skirt, the first thing is to trim out that dart on the pattern piece. Okay, So I'm just going to trim it out, and then okay, let me draw my slash lines first. So I think there are about 2 pleats on the skirts, so you're going to draw 2 slash lines like that. Okay, and then I'll trim out that and that out. Okay, now once I trim this out, I'm going to slash open. Now for this particular part of the skirt, you don't need to make that with too, like sorry, you don't need to slash it open too wide. I mean, when you're spreading this on the pattern or on the pattern paper or on your fabric, don't spread it too wide, just wide enough to be able to create the pleats. Probably 2 inches apart is fine. So once you spread it on your pattern paper like this, you're also going to trace out the unwanted part of the pattern like this. And then another thing that might affect the outcome of this skirts is the choice of fabric. You need to choose a fabric that has a little bit of that's sheer fabric and then has the ability to flow easily. Okay, so basically you just fold the pleats as seen, and then you're going to place it on the other skirt, sorry, the other part of the skirt. So before you do that, you can see that I'm pleating it. This is how you're going to pleat it in real time on your fabric. You're going to pleat it like this. Okay, so once you're done pleating it, then you can now put the other part of the skirt on top. So it's that simple. It's that simple. And of course, I think the skirt has the band and then the bodies, but our focus this morning is on the skirt. So this is how it came out. And yeah, I hope you found this tutorial helpful. If it was, do not forget to like, subscribe, follow, share, and leave your comments. Yeah, thank you so much for watching. Bye.